Welcome back to the show, everyone. Of course, this is the time of year in the western climes of Canada where people really start to feel that urge to run away from it all. And we have someone that can help you do that in amazing style.
Absolutely. His name is Philippe Kjellgren, and he is from the Kiwi Collection, which is just a great concept. How are you, Philippe?
Very good, thanks.
So tell us about the Kiwi Collection and what it is that you do.
Well, we started a company about 7-8 years ago, and the idea was really to help consumers from around the world to find trusted advice.
Yeah.
You know, similar to if you think about a site like TripAdvisor, you know, people go there for advice, but you don't really know who has been there. You don't know the person.
Well, and you're getting advice from people who supposedly stayed in these places and had an experience, but they don't necessarily have a level of expertise.
Or something in common with yourself, right? So if you look at what we did, we took the time and effort. It's a hard effort, but we had to do it and stay in these beautiful places around the world and actually rate and review them on behalf of consumers.
So your rates are, well, your ratings are only positive. When it's negative, what happens?
We take them off. So we're, as far as we know, the only website in the world that actually excludes hotels on a regular basis.
Just keeps it positive.
I was going to say, and how often do you audit? Like, how often do you go back and visit and make sure that the standards are still there?
It's a constant effort. So if you think about it, we have 2,200 hotels in 128 countries, and we probably remove something like 2 or 3 hotels per week.
Really?
And then we add hotels. So
high standards.
Very, very high standards, and it's about the experience. So you can't compare a very boutique, trendy hotel to a classic old castle, but it's the experience, and depending on who you are when you travel, you have different needs.
Well, and that's what I love about the whole thing is the constant that runs through it is that idea of experience.
Yes.
You know, you want something that's a different way to travel from you know, the way you may have before, an all-inclusive or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so many amazing places. When I started the company, I thought I was a well-traveled guy. You know, I'd been to about 100 countries, etc. But when I started doing the research, and it's just unbelievable the amount of passion and money people put into these hotels.
Now let's dream
remarkable.
and look at some pretty pictures. And the first place we're going to talk about is where you just got married. A hidden gem. I'd never heard of it. Vieques Island?
Yeah.
Now, where is this?
It's an island off Puerto Rico. For you know, those of you who've been to Puerto Rico, it's an island that used to be a military base back in the days. But it's actually just earlier this year, W opened a retreat, which is basically what other would call a resort, and it's the second retreat that they have. So it's a beautiful place. I chose it because it's a brand new destination, and I needed to sort of impress my friends with something they had no idea what it was. Right?
They'll expect it from you.
It's probably hard to impress your wife and your friends.
Well, that's impossible. I mean, that never works. But she loved the place, and we went there to sort of stage it out first, and in May, and then we got married in October. So
well, and quite isolated. You were saying that it's sort of because it's a little bit off the beaten path, but you still get the luxury of the resort. But there's not, you know, there's not a lot of people.
No, I mean, it's the only real resort on the island. There's some small sort of you know, B&Bs and inns, etc. on the island. But the neat part is that you can take your Jeep, you can pack it with a little picnic from Alain Ducasse, you know, the chefs. They have a restaurant there as well, and you go on to these deserted beaches. I mean, you can drive right onto the beach, and take your picnic basket.
Take me away. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Very, very popular destination. Yeah, Phuket, Thailand. Tell us about this.
Well, Phuket, it's becoming obviously an increasingly popular destination, but the property that I picked is Trisara, and the reason I picked it is that it's sort of it's a fairly new resort. The fellow that runs the resorts, Anthony Lark, he used to open the Aman Resort in Phuket, which is the most famous hotel in Phuket. But this one, I have to say, is really something out of the ordinary. As you saw by the image, everyone has their own infinity pool. It's your own room. Yeah, exactly. Why travel without an infinity pool?
Exactly.
That's what I say.
Okay, let's go far away to Sydney. This looks beautiful here. Tell us about this property.
Well, this property, the Establishment Hotel, is actually it's a unique concept because it's all about, you know, restaurants and bars. They have an amazing sushi restaurant, and but they also have a hotel with I don't remember the exact number of rooms now, but it's sort of small number. It's amazing, and it's one of these. If you go to Sydney, everyone thinks about the opera, but this is the place I would stay because it's unique.
Well, and this is what I love about what you guys do as well. I mean, obviously you have places where you can, you know, be isolated and be on a beach somewhere, but when you're staying in a major metropolitan area, you're really good at finding those little hidden gems within a major city as well.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Nice.
Madagascar, these photos make me want to go there. Now it's on my list. I want to go right here.
Oh, it's on.
Well, I actually lived in Madagascar for 2.5 years growing up. So,
Boy, you're a tough guy to like.
It's a tough,
you know, after you talk to you for a little while, it's...
Please, you know, any cocktail party, I'll be there, no problem. Madagascar is one of those destinations that has a lot more than cartoons. It's actually
breathtaking.
It's unbelievable. It's untouched. This is an island where you have to take a boat for about 45 minutes off an island called Nosy Be, and it's an absolutely stunning place where if you really want to be left alone and you want to find something unique, then Nosy Tsarabanjina, it's what it's called, and it's absolutely unbelievable.
I'm in.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Do resorts know when you're on your way, or do you guys kind of sneak in and do a little covert?
We do both, but the interesting part with the company is really that we felt that it was very important that we have a relationship with the hotels. So the general managers and the owners of all the hotels that we recommend, we have a personal relationship with. So we let them know we're coming. Please tell us what your hotel is really about so we can help you put it on the map. And we're honest with them and say, if the hotel doesn't meet our set criteria, and we rate 10 different what we call pillars of excellence, which is everything from service to rooms, etc. If they don't meet the expectation, we simply don't take it in. So they never have to worry about the bad review, because then we don't say anything.
And a great
nice.
motivation for them to maintain that level of service and that standard for customers.
Now, we're out of time, so we're not going to be able to go to Côte d'Azur or Paris. But guess what? You can go to the website to find out more about Kiwi Collection, and quickly tell us about the books, too, because they're a beautiful gift for someone to dream.
Yeah, these are 3 coffee table books, Overnight Sensations. What we jokingly say, it's a true overnight sensation, because you have to stay one night to experience it. So,
I love it. And divided into the Americas, Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific.
Yeah, and they're stunning coffee table books with short stories and beautiful, stunning images. They're sold on Amazon and other destinations. So
excellent, Philippe. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Who doesn't want to go to a beach right now, people? Go to the website to find more info.
I was going to say, go onto the website and look up the 2 that we didn't talk about, Côte d'Azur and Paris. They are just, both of them, stunning properties.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're going to have a fashion show from Loot Boutique right after this.